And today we're going to dive into your audience DNA. What does your audience DNA mean? It means the psychological fabric that's underneath the needs, the pain points, and everything of your target audience. Why is this important? Well, that's actually quite simple. I'm talking English to you right now and you can understand English, and now we speak the same language. But for example, if I would talk Dutch or Russian or Arabic or whatsoever to you right now, you would not understand me, so we're not talking the same language. It works the same in that when it comes to speaking to your target audience. You need to speak the same language, you need to clarify what you're about. You need to have a certain avatar that you're talking to, because then your messaging becomes more clear and you will help, and it will help you when it comes to your copywriting, when it comes to your precast, because you know what topics interest your target audience, and it will help with positioning yourself towards brands who you can do a partnership with, because you can see if your target audience fits the brand that you're trying to partner up with. So being specific in your target audience is really important. So no further ado, let's dive in to your audience DNA. As you can see, the glasses are on, so that means that it's time to get serious. Your ultimate audience DNA template. Speak your audience language, grow faster. By ClarityCraft through your Baltes. Well, hey, that's me. Why understanding your client's DNA is crucial? Well, it all comes down to the cocktail party effect. The cocktail party effect really means that if you're in a loud room, a noisy room, or whatsoever, that there's always one thing people will hear, and that's your name. Because if you speak to people directly, you will cut through the noise. You'll hear your name, your own name, from miles away, because it's directly messaged for you. If your message is not aligned, you will not cut through the noise. You just will be ignored. So that's also why it's really important, well, we covered this, we talked about this, to speak the exact language of your audience. Make your message cut through the noise by speaking their language. Attract loyal listeners and raving fans and long-term partners in that way, because you know who you speak to. And when you go to the template itself, there are a couple of things. Like you have the demographics, that's what most people talk about. The age, the gender, if relevant, of course. Location, so you can think of cultural things, niche and topics of interests. And you have the psychographics. That's the mindset and motivation of your ideal target audience. This is where deep emotional connection happens. If you understand their desires, struggles better than they do, they will trust and buy from you. Their biggest desires, like what does your ideal listener really want? The main pain points, what frustrates them the most? Beliefs about their problem, what myths do they believe? What keeps them up at night? What's their biggest fear or worry? Top objections. Why would they stop listening or not engage? And then you also have like the hidden emotional drivers. People listen to a podcast to grow, escape, or transform. Speak to that and you'll gain loyalty faster. What's their core fear? What are they really trying to avoid? How do they align with their identity? Like, how do they see themselves? Or how do they want to see themselves? Do you want to see themselves as a storyteller, a successful podcaster, a good content creator, someone who makes an impact? Emotional story hooks is like lines that hits them emotionally. And what's their future vision? Like, what's their dream outcome? Is it to be monetized with your podcast? Is it to have a good amount of ad revenue, good sponsorships? Is it to have a community? What's the dream outcome of you as a podcaster, of you as an audience? And then you also have like the behavior of someone. Knowing where your audience spends time makes you promo strategy 10 times smarter. How do they learn? Do they learn through video? Do they learn through audio? What's the best for them? And how is trust triggers? What are trust triggers? What makes them hit follow or DM you? Again, what makes them recognize themselves in you or in the story that you're telling? And then buying and conversion behavior. Understanding the moment before they engage, and you can reverse engineer real growth. When do they take action? What type of proof builds their trust faster? What do they do right before subscribing, sharing, or DMing? Maybe it's like take a note in their phone. It's like, this is the moment where you can take a note. Well, if you're already doing that, you know it's valuable, so why not share it with someone else? If you know those type of things, you can implement those hooks in your podcast because you understand your audience. You can implement this into your copywriting, your messaging framework. If you don't speak the exact words, they won't feel like your message is for them. Again, the cocktail party effect. Clarity is conversion. What are their key phrases? What's their tone of voice? Do they like the real talk, the hype talk, the chill talk? And what are emotional triggers? Trusts, inspiration, urgency. What triggers your audience? Also, do they respond to FOMO or scarcity, Proof, do they need to stats, stories, or celebrity nods? Do they like specific language or simplicity? What type of message triggers them? And then you have your positioning, your offer alignment. Whether you want to grow your listenership, attract guests, or land sponsorships, your positioning matters. How does your podcast serve their needs? What transformation can they expect long term? What proof of or positioning do you bring? And all of this is, of course, integrated into the ClarityCraft system, your podcast audience DNA, range 25 to 45. Niche podcast hosts, sub-niche, growth mindset podcasters who want to increase their reach without burning a majority level immediately. They are publishing content but want to grow faster. Format preference, short form content, clips across TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, LinkedIn monetizations, and the monetization stage. Some are monetized already or have partnerships. Others are on the edge. What are your biggest fears? Staying small while others with less talent grow faster. Never being seen as a real podcaster or authority. Missing out on the opportunity they started the podcast for. Wasting time on content that doesn't land. Key phrases: I don't have time to post everywhere. I just want to grow my podcast. I'm not a copywriter. Why isn't this getting views? How do I turn one podcast into more content? And of course, your name is integrated. And before you even start using the ClarityCraft system, you have all the questions of the Audience DNA template that you need to answer. So we have the perfect target audience for you integrated into the system. And you can always edit it because your target audience will never stay the same. Or you start to get your audience a bit better. Start to get to know your audience a bit better. And that's all okay. But it comes down to speaking your audience language to grow faster. Okay, we covered a lot. So if you want to have the Audience DNA template from ClarityCraft Consulting, just click the link down below and we can send it towards you on email. Then I would say, if this was valuable for you, like, subscribe, do all that little crap, do a little rain dance, because as you have seen, you're my target audience right now. Or not, and maybe you got some value out of this because you're a marketer, creator, or anything in that branch, and that's fine too. Then podcasters, I would say, speak to you later. Ciao.